That's the thing that's interesting is that, to be creative, you do have to get lost. I mean, I talk about that different times as well, that like, people get so caught up in the patterns and and they wonder why they can't be creative. But it's because if you are stuck in this kind of pattern, like going day in, day out, I mean, sure, corporate America, and companies love that, for you to kind of be, showing up every day to kind of punch in your time card, stuff like that. But it's so like counter to how to be creative. And I definitely agree. You have to shake it up and stuff like that. And I think sometimes it's the willingness to kind of, get lost and stuff like that. So you mentioned about kind of, like that you different times you explore and, like kind of where are some of the other places that like you find, that you like to get lost, like besides maybe like, in a town that is new or something like that?
I like going to very mundane places that that aren't like your typical, I feel so inspired on the beach or no, like I find I get better ideas if I'm in a arguably boring place, because if I'm in something's really interesting and you can just be what is it? Like you can just be in the audience and just sort of allowing all that interesting stuff to wash over you. It can be inspiring, but it's also goes against actually creating your own things. And I find you lock yourself in a room pretty much, don't leave the house for 2 days and turn off your internet and work on something. You're going to create more interesting things because you're going to get bored right away. And then you're going to want to work on these things because if you're working on things, it's interesting. And then you start going, wow, if there's a deadline and I can get this out there, I'll make the world more interesting, because right now it's super boring. So I'd say go to places that are completely off the radar. I go to weird strip malls or small towns that nobody goes to, or even just really boring parts of the city, or walk around an office building and just see observe people, what they're doing, and just be amazed by. I'm constantly amazed by, like, I walk out in public and go, what's everyone doing? Like, are they going to work? Are they? You can't really tell. I don't know. Like, I don't have a daily schedule, so I'm not lost in the pattern. But it's constantly exciting to imagine what people are doing, but also kind of create new realities for yourself by having the free time and putting the work in.